like the last question, this one's going to be a sort of a two-parter. You need to realize that the person is going to sprint up to 11.5 meters per second in 2.44 seconds. So you want to first find out how far they travel. So D equals question mark during the acceleration phase, because there's two phases, the acceleration and the constant velocity. Because what the person is doing is if this is VT, they're going to accelerate for that 2.44 seconds, and then they're going to maintain a constant 11.5 meters per second. We want to figure out their total time, but we want to figure out how much time, actually, we want to figure out the distance too. So what I did is I used equation 2, if you will, if we got 3 equations, and I solved for, we know it's going to take them, so which is, what is equation 2? From here. V final equals V initial plus AT. Find A, that's their acceleration. You know the initial velocity is 0, their final velocity is 11.5 in my problem. You can solve for the time. You find out the total time and just kind of keep that number in your brain cells. Okay? Then what I did is I had to figure out how far they traveled in that time frame, right? So I know then I can use equation 3, right? How far did they travel in this segment? So this is segment 1, the acceleration stage. So I call it 1b. Then I can use the equation v final squared equals v initial squared plus 2a delta x. Solve for x, because you're going to have to take the a from here, plug it in here, and solve for the x. Does that make sense? Then you're going to figure out that's a number less than 100 meters, and let's say it's 15 meters, just for the sake of argument, that's not what it is. Once you figure that out, then you would say they have 85 meters to travel, right, or whatever that number is. Let's say that was 15, right, something like that. Then in 85 meters traveling at, in this particular way, the problem is written at 11.5 meters per second, I can then solve for the t, because I'm going to take this t and add to this t. This is just going to, v equals d over t. I just needed to find this d right here. I knew the velocity, that's 11.5 from this problem. I can solve for the t. I'm going to add this t, and that's how far, or how fast, or how long, whatever, that person can run the 100 meters.